Well, big 3 points for Chelsea, and Newcastle did a revenge in the Carabao Cup. They beat Chelsea again, 2-0. But this time, Newcastle welcome Arsenal to the St. James's Park for this weekend's game. And for guys, let's talk about Arsenal heading into one other ground that is very difficult to play at. Kwame.
Very controversial. Remember the controversial issue that happened last season, but it's Arsenal. I think you said at some point in your introduction where you said they are looking more like Jose Mourinho. Yeah. I think there is this.
But you believe that though?
There's this shift in Arteta's way of play. I don't know. He wants to win at all costs because it's getting to a point where it's not about how expansive, how flamboyant. He needs results. He needs to win. So he's using every rule in the book to ensure that he wins games. Okay. Whether to go pragmatic, whether to go expansive. So he's trying to be a lot more dynamic. So I don't think he's shifting to
Jose charisma.
I think
because I think he did the same thing against United. When that game ended 2-0,
yes,
we saw a similar thing.
He does
very
that
compact.
He does that a lot. I mean, if you've watched Arteta, he's gone through that evolution. So when to win games, how to win games, he does everything. So it's not as if in the game against Liverpool, for instance, there were moments where they dominated, but people forget that he had to switch because there was a bit of a distortion in terms of his back line. Gabriel went out injured, Timber went out injured, so he had to do it like a makeshift because there was Partey at right back. So he has to find a way to be a lot more compact to get the team together. So, but against Newcastle themselves haven't fared too greatly. Yeah, they've had their own difficult moments throughout the season. But at St. James Park, Newcastle would want to fancy their chances. But Arsenal, I'm sure, will go in there and will still be compact. Because it's a very difficult ground. It's not a ground where you think you can go and steamroll over the team Newcastle United. So it's definitely going to be another setup where Arsenal would feel like, let's defend well, let's take chances, let's take our chances through it, be set pieces and other things, and defend very well. So it's not going to be the usual flamboyant Arsenal trying to play expansive and they will take their chances, they will try and find moments in the game where they will dominate and see how best they can win. But as to whether they would win, I really doubt.
It's difficult to say.
I think,
but they can't afford to drop points again.
Well,
because that would be I mean, Kwame SEDDY is on record to have said that if they lose against Liverpool, it's curtains for them for the title chase. I thought it was early days yet, but you can't go back-to-back games dropping points. He just quick thoughts, and they'll get in Chelsea United.
Well, it's no longer early days. We are in week 10. It's right now. I think we need to establish that. Listen,
but we've not hit half.
Exactly.
No, okay, so cut out the games
can put together a run at some point.
Cut out the games.
A run of how many games?
What happens? Arsenal did it last season when they came back, and in January they just went on a run.
Yeah, fantastic. They went on a run because the players were available. You can't go on a run when you don't have players, and when you continue getting red cards at point in time when you don't need to even be getting yellow cards. So now the dynamics have changed. It's going to be a very difficult game for Arsenal. But I wish them well, and I wish they are able to beat Newcastle. But quick point I would like to see on Newcastle is Sandro Tonali. They really miss him.
Oh yeah,
they really miss him, and I think his situation has also improved, and he's really doing justice on the pitch. But they have injury concerns again this season. That's the problem. They need to get their slim team fit because their team is very, very lean, and getting injuries would not help. Okay, they've made some good buys. It's helping them. I expect them to cause a lot of trouble in this game. Eddie Howe needs to prove why he's being touted as the best English manager.
Well, I disagree, but
but Eddie Howe, the man from England.
Okay,
in the
EPL, how these English people do their
that's their best.
They did a similar thing to Ipswich manager Kieran McKenna.
Yeah,
I saw a whole lot of articles written on the next. Charlie, me, I don't want to really get into that. Guys, let's get into the big game on Sunday at Old Trafford. It's Manchester United taking on Chelsea. United